All right, I just wanted to chime in on the dream conversation that Lisa started. So this is part 2, talking about dreams. And I'll try to keep it focused. I have 4 points that I want to talk about. So number one of the things that I find really encouraging as a psychologist who enjoys working with dreams is what Yalom says. And Yalom is a big guy. He's a well-respected therapist, psychiatrist out of west coast of United States. Yalom says that what he's most fascinated with in dream work is the first dream that somebody comes in with. And I thought about this and I agree. I mean, the first dream somebody comes in, there's some features about that. It's vulnerable, there's stigma, there's questions. We wonder if we think dreams are meaningful. We wonder if somebody else will think dreams are meaningful. Even though psychologists, we tend to be pretty open to what people want to talk about, there's still a vulnerability in bringing something in. And somewhere inside of us, I believe, we know that dreams are valuable and that it is something subconscious, something powerful. Some of us will say even spiritual, which I have no opposition with that view, that dreams might be our soul connecting to a greater reality, and that there may also be some extra psychic communication. It's curious, but it's all meaningful. So the idea that our first dream that we get exposed to with another person is quite important is an awesome observation by Yalom, which I agree with. There's 3 styles of dream analysis that I am familiar with and that I enjoy using with clients. Now, long before I was a psychologist, I was a student of theology, and I was already curious about dreams at that point. And I was more curious about them as a spiritual manifestation of communication somewhere out there in the universe, God. And what actually I was exposed to is a very simple strategy of looking at dreams. Rather than making some generalized magical formula, this idea of taking a dream that seems quite potent or significant, maybe it's a very vivid dream, maybe it's a recurring dream, and a person just goes through it, and we take a piece of paper and we break it down. So we look at the themes or the images that are showing up in the dream, maybe the location, maybe if there is a specific person that showed up, or somebody smiled greatly, or somebody seemed quite angry. There was a clear statement. There's some sort of thought that came into our mind in the dream, or something that was audibly said in the dream. So we're writing down all of these images as symbols. And then on the other half of the page, we're just going to interpret those. So what's really cool is when you look at the interpretation of each symbol, hopefully in chronological order, then there's a really interesting look at what might be our subconscious expression. No matter what, this gives us some insight, some information, it fosters communication, it's a joining experience. Again, it's about being vulnerable, a vulnerable share, questioning what my inner world is really trying to say to me. So it makes really good sense, and I think that's relevant. It's inspiring to look at dreams in this way. A simple strategy that I was exposed to at the International Network of Personal Meaning Conference in Vancouver. I'm trying to remember what year it was. It might have been 2012 or 2013. I really can't remember when I was there. But one of my initial mentors is Paul Long, Dr. Paul Long, and he is noted sort of father of the meaning-focused psychology world. So he would have these amazing conferences and bring all these people together. A great speaker there was Stanley Kipner. He's quite famous in this world as well, and what Kepner said is just beautiful and simple. Is in his dream analysis, people share. So there's this vulnerable sharing of this sort of sacred thing. Is this meaningful? What does this mean? Are you going to judge me for sharing my dream life? So already it's just this very vulnerable share. And clinically, we can meet a person to say, okay, I'm going to step into your shoes in that dream, and I'm going to create a hypothesis and share that with you. So if this was my dream, I wonder if it might mean A, B, C. Again, it's a very client-centered approach to dream analysis. It's a curiosity. It is meeting somebody in their vulnerable place and creating a hypothesis and then working that through with the client to see what fits, what doesn't, how the process is for them. And it's really interesting because we create some positive meaning, and we also do create more question and more space for the client to process through not only their dream but their self-discovery. Now, what I really feel passionate about, and this is a little bit stricter view of dream work, is when I get to apply EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing therapy. And this is something that a lot of our people at Sojourn are skilled in, and it's just a great model. Many people in the Edmonton area and Alberta, all over the world, are trained in EMDR. So if you're looking for a clinician, this is kind of a neat tool to consider trying. Now with EMDR, again, clients are bringing in trauma, they're bringing in some sort of phobia or sticky spot. Sometimes they're bringing in some type of irrational thought that they want to process through, something that's causing discomfort. So when clients bring in dream work, lots of times it's these dreams that are more uncomfortable. I'd say a common theme of uncomfortable dreams is a dream where I am dying or someone I love is dying. Something tragic is happening. And so with the EMDR type work, usually people are saying, I've had this frightening dream, I'm not sure what it means. And then we just do a protocol. That's a language that we'll use in EMDR. It's fascinating and it's helpful. So when I've been able to meet clients in their dream work using EMDR, it's been really encouraging to see the depth of work that we can do. Right, I love dream work. I love my own dreams. I'm somebody who, can cognitively recall my dreams. I know Lisa mentioned that some people think they don't dream, but everybody does. It's just some of us are better at remembering it or not. If you do have dreams and you wake up in the night and you feel like it was significant, you can jot it down so that you remember it. And maybe it's something that you'd like to get curious about for yourself or with a clinician. Okay, you guys, the world of psychology is fascinating, and we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that people are finding our mental health resource vlog helpful. My name is Tara Boothby, Sojourn Psychology, and we will catch you on the next video.